I'm Vijaya, and with me is Ludka Zimovcak, partner and managing attorney at NPZ Law. Welcome, Ludka.
Thank you very much, Vijaya. How are you doing?
Doing well, Ludka. So apparently there's been some news about ending the 540-day EAD extension soon. Can you clarify what that really means and how it affects those who have pending EADs?
Yes, of course. So first of all, what is EAD? So I
Mm-hmm.
know we all say EAD, but it is a work permit or employment authorization. And yes, recently USCIS did announce that they will end the temporary final rule, which extended the automatic extension for 540 days. It was actually earlier. It was last year in May of
Mm-hmm.
2022. And it will end on October 26th. Now, why was it even extended? So automatic extension existed for 180 days, but because of the COVID, we had a lot of delays with the processing and cards were not produced timely and people didn't have evidence of work authorization. So it created a lot of problems. So last year, USCIS did announce the extension, which really helped a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And, unfortunately now it will end in October. So it doesn't apply to everyone. So it's not for all EADs or employment authorizations. It's just certain categories. So there are many categories, but some of the most commonly used would be those having, pending green card applications or asylum application or H4s, which are spouses of H1Bs. So they use automatic extension quite often. And if it's going to be expiring soon, it's really smart to file an extension because if it will be filed prior to October 26, they will get the 540-day rule.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is that they are really processing much faster. So I would say even within 180 days. So for those that cannot file it yet or not eligible, it's not really a big problem. I just want to go back to the H4s. One thing that is very important about the automatic extension is that they need to have H4 valid. So that rule also came out not long ago. And, there is a lot of confusion on this, but the spouse, the applicant with the H4 needs to have the I-94, H4 I-94. It's not sufficient that H4 is pending
Mm-hmm.
to benefit from the automatic extension. So that's really important to remember because typically, H-1B visa holder will file an extension, the spouse will file H-4 extension
Yeah.
with the EAD extension. So
Mm-hmm.
in that case, the automatic extension wouldn't apply. The good news is, and that's also kind of newer news, is the
Yes.
premium processing, that H4 doesn't have the premium processing, but when the principal applicant on the H-1B files premium processing, they would definitely process H-4 faster, which means at that point, once the H-4 is approved, the individual would benefit from automatic extension.
Uh-huh.
Everyone is confused about it, especially employers. We get
Yeah.
calls from HRs, employers. USCIS created online tool. So employers, maybe the applicants can direct employers to check it out. It's an I-9 Central, which has calculation on, what should be the automatic extension. But
Mm-hmm.
it's important to double check it to make sure that the individual actually is work authorized because there are different rules, changes, and it's
Yes.
important to stay on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, Ludka. And of course, folks, if you are confused about your EAD situation, you know where to go. That's the NPZ Law Group, helping you with the A to Z of US and Canadian immigration, whether that is the EADs, the green cards, the marriage cases, the H1